Okay, for homework 215 for big points, I'd like you to copy down these 4 problems and the words to show me that you are listening to me. There's going to be 3 words. All right, so I'm going to show you all 3 methods of solving for the same answer except for when I throw inequalities in there. So elimination, I'm going to take this bottom row and I'm going to times everything by 3. And the reason I'm going to do that is because if I times by 3, that first piece will give me 3x and negative 3x. That's what I want. So the first adjustment, times it by 3, and then please rewrite everything again. So I have that first piece remained untouched. I have that second piece that I need to remember to do a triple distribute. You're timesing all 3, and then I'll get a new version, negative 3x plus 3y equals 6. And even though that's different than negative x plus y equals 2, they are equivalent. So if I add those up, these will cancel away because they're opposites. Add 3y and y to get 4y. Add 2 and 6 to get 8. Divide by 4 right there, and then know that's only half the answer. Know what part of that answer it is. These answers are always x and y coordinates, so just make sure if you have an answer for y, you put that in the spot for y. And then to solve for x, take that y is 2 and plug it in probably to this top one right here, because that one doesn't have a negative x to deal with. So let's use that one. So here I go. So I got 3x, but where that y is, I put that 2 because I know y is 2 for half my answer, equal 2. And then I'll take away 2 on both sides. Looks like I get 3x equals 0. Divide by 3, and I get the other half of my answer, x equals 0. If I wanted to check it, I could plug in 0 for x and 0 for y. They should work. All right, let's shrink this down. Let's be. All right, looks like I can't shrink it. The first word is dodge. Dodge is the first word. All right, next problem. Same exact answer I'm going to get, but I'm using the substitution method instead. I'm going to solve one of those for y, and I'm going to substitute that into the other equation's y. So if I take that bottom one and solve it for y, I'll get y equals x plus 2. You're going to take that x plus 2 piece and substitute it into y into the other equation. So when I rewrite that, it's not going to be 3x plus y anymore. That y gets replaced with that x plus 2 piece equal to 2. Combine like terms there, and I'll get 4x plus 2 equals 2 minus 2 to both sides. That'll give me 4x equals 0. Divide by 4, and that's supporting your work to get the x equals 0 answer like I did on that other one. Now to solve for y, I'm going to take this x is 0 and plug it in right here and solve for that x right there. So when I do that, I got 3. This time I'm replacing this into x. That other equation I replaced into y, but this one I have the x answer, which is 0. Let's do that in red. And that just gives me 0 plus y equals 2, which is y equals 2. So you can see this method gave me that same answer, 0, 2 for x and y. All right, third method is by graphing. Let's separate this in blue. That is the substitution method. The graphing method, you need to solve both for y before I graph. So I'm going to do that down here. To solve this first one for y in red, I'll take away 3x. bring down this y, and that will give me negative 3x plus 2. That will be the line in red, positive 2 y-intercept, and then slope of negative 3 over 1. Let's solve the other equation for y. So negative x plus y. My pen lets me write. Solve that for y also by adding x. That will make these oppo. That gives me my equation in blue. I'm going to do y equals x plus 2. If I graph these accurately, they should intersect at 0, 2. Here I go, 1 in red. Start at 2, over 1, up 3, over 1, up 3. Draw your straight line best you can through those. Get in the habit of labeling equations where you have more than one line on one graph. Next one, positive 2. And then looks like I graphed that one in red wrong. I'm going to redo that. I'm sorry. That is over 1, down 3. Whoops. Even I sometimes go too fast. So start at 2. And then that is over 1, down 3. Right 1, down 3. Or left 1, up 3. Draw that line. Apologize about that. Second word is charger. Charger is the second word. Graph that second one. Positive 2, over 1, up 1. And I can see these two lines intersect at that same point, 0, 2. That is the coordinate, 0 for x, 2 for y. All right, last part, graphing a set of inequalities. It is the same set of equations here. Neither of them is going to have you flip the inequality, because neither of these, because they're the same problems, are going to have you end up dividing by a negative number. So if you rewrite these for y, the one in blue, using my inequalities, is going to be y more than, I'll do this one in red. It's going to be y more than negative 3x plus 2. So you can see it's the same equation over here, but instead of an equal in there, I have an inequality. And then the other one in blue, that will be y less than or equal to x plus 2. So again, this same equation over here, but with an inequality in it, which changes your graph. Here I go. 1 in red. Start at 2. Right 1, down 3. Right 1, down 3. Stair step the opposite way. That is going to be a dotted line through those points. My pen lets me draw. Going to be a dotted line boundary because of that inequality, missing that little equal line under there. Put arrows on either end. That one, because the inequality is more is above. So you're going to shade above that line. More is above the line, no matter how it's graphed. More. Just do a little bit. Second equation, start at 2. Inequality. Over 1, up 1. Left 1, down 1. That will be a solid line. Draw your lines nice and long for these. Solid line. Because the inequality has that equal line under it. This is less than, so that to me is below the line. Shade under this blue one. And I can see the only place where those shading areas intersect is right here. If I was to pick a point and check it, it would have to be in this zone. I cannot pick any points along this dotted boundary, which means this intersecting point would be a no-go for this check. All right, so there you go. 3 methods: elimination, substitution, graphing, and then changing those to inequalities. All right, third word is diligence. Diligence is the third word. Good luck. See you tomorrow.